Hi everyone, Aidan here with etrailer. Today we're taking a look at the Thule Helium Platform XT on our 2019 Ford Ranger. Now this is going to be, like the name suggests, a platform style bike rack. You can hold up to 2 bikes in these trays and by our wheels. We're going to have a dual wheel mount design here. That means 0 frame contact, making it good for carbon frame and alternative frame bikes. You do a 45-pound weight capacity per bike, so maybe not the best for e-bikes, but if you are looking for that option, I'd maybe check out the RockyMount's GuideRail. It's going to be pretty much the exact same style as this, but with that 60-pound weight capacity. Now the Helium here is a really nice option though if you don't need that weight capacity. There's a lot of nice things about it, and it matches pretty much any of the other wheel mount style bike racks, like the ability to tilt away with bikes loaded. There's a handle underneath that I can squeeze, lower the rack down, and get access to the bed. Now there isn't enough room to open the tailgate because it will hit the bike. Everything does sit pretty close to the Ford Ranger here, but that's been a pretty common issue with a lot of the bike racks we've tested today. The tilting though does give you enough room to get in between the bike rack and the vehicle, reach in the bed if you need to get something out, or climb in. It's nice that you can do that without having to unload the bikes. Lifting this back up, you'll hear it click into place, letting us know it's locked in. Now in either tray there's going to be a built-in cable lock. One on this side and one on the other side, so you can wrap it around your bikes, lock it to itself, and make sure they stay secured. I like that's built right into the rack, so you don't have to worry about forgetting any of those things. And as far as unloading goes, it's going to be really straightforward. The release handles are at the top of each arm, these gray handles here. Just give a little bit of inward pressure, give that a squeeze, and then push out after you've got it squeezed. Then you can repeat that process on the other side and open these up pretty much as wide as we need to, so everything's completely open to just lift up and away with the bike. That makes for a really easy loading and unloading process because there's really nothing in the way to obstruct the path of the bike. And one thing I like with these as the arms ratchet down is that it has a really nice ratcheting mechanism. There's a lot of fine-tuning adjustments so we can make sure we get a good strong hold on the bike. One thing about it though is that these cradles right here aren't adjustable, so if we have a bike with smaller tires, it might not fit on here as nicely, so just keep that in mind too. With this, let's get some measurements though. We have a good rise in the shank, so we want to check out our ground clearance first. At the back end, that ground clearance is going to be 23.5 inches, which I'd say is pretty good. It's a little bit less than some of the other options we've tested today, but it's more than enough, I think, for most applications. The overall distance added to the back is going to be right at 25 inches. That's pretty good. I'd say it sits pretty condensed in this state as is, but if we want to leave it in the hitch between rides, we can use that same handle as before and actually fold the whole rack upright. With it like this, you can see the handle a bit better at the end. And that new distance we're adding is only going to be 7.5 inches to the end of the handle right here. So that's actually really condensed, and it doesn't add much length to the vehicle at all. The way it sits on there, the closest point is at least 3 to 4 inches, I'd say, from the bumper, because this matches the contours of the vehicle quite well. And there's very little movement in the upright portion in this state, so I'm not worried about vehicle contact, and it sits on there pretty nicely. It does completely block the backup camera in this state though, and it pretty much completely blocks the license plate too. At the bottom we've got our tool-free anti-rattle knob. That's going to tighten things up in the hitch and make sure it's nice and secured. Then it is lockable too, key to the cable locks up top so everything's locked in. Rather than a traditional hitch pin, it uses a stinger that automatically aligns itself and locks in, so getting it installed in the hitch is completely tool-free, really quick and easy to do, and then it's working with our 2" by 2" receiver tube using the included adapter sleeve. And overall, I think the Helium's a really nice option. Like I said, if you don't need that 60-pound weight capacity, this is maybe the one I would go with. It's really easy to use, it's super lightweight, so it's easy to put in the hitch and take out, and it's going to work with a wide range of bikes. If you need that extra weight capacity and you like this style, check out the RockyMount's GuideRail, and that'll give you the extra weight capacity that you might need. Either way you go though, I think it's going to be a good fit for the Ranger. Thanks for watching.